right, October 10th today. We are getting ready to leave town and go to Maryland. Gonna go visit my brother. Got an archery tag out there. His property butts up to about, I don't know, a few thousand acres of some WMA. So we're gonna go out there and check it out, do a little hunting, do a little family time hanging out right before the baby comes, because it's probably gonna be the last trip we take before the baby comes, and hopefully have a big old buck down. So anyway, we'll see you out there. It should be about 5 o'clock by the time we get out there. Not hunting tonight, but we are hunting in the morning. So good luck to us, huh? All right, guys, really quickly before we get into this video, I want to kind of give you an update on what you're going to see. This one's a little bit different from what I normally put out. A little bit lower quality, just a little complete different style, actually. The reason for that, I didn't want to bring my main camera on this trip. I had it all packed up, ready to go, different luggage, and I decided on the way to the airport I just didn't want to take it and just deal with all the hassle and bulk while trying to scout and hunt. It was only a 3-day hunt and actually ended up turning into a 2-day hunt because I wasn't aware that Maryland doesn't hunt public land on Sundays. Something I should have looked into, but either way, this video is only filmed on my cell phone and 2 GoPros that I have. So just want to give you a heads up on what you're going to see, why it's a little different, and we'll get back to you here in just a little while, kind of give you an update on the first day. All right, here we are, day one here in Maryland. It's October 11th, about 7 o'clock right now. It's starting to get pretty light out, but I didn't want to get in the woods too early and it'd be dark and I'm, just running things off, so I wanted to wait for it. It's still dark pretty much in the woods here, so I can hear some stuff kind of walking off to I guess my south, maybe east. That's the way I'm going to be heading. There's a little spot over there that looks pretty good to me. So we're just going to do a lot of walking today. I don't have my saddle with me. I left it at the house, but plan is to just do a lot of scouting, try to hunt this afternoon, hunt all day Saturday probably. They don't allow hunting on Sunday. I might try to squeeze in an early hunt Monday if I can find a good spot that I think's promising. Other than that, we're just going to try to get out here, learn the land, and have a good time. All right, so you saw some of the day one footage there. I know there's a lot of talking in this video already, so I'll try to just wrap it up really quickly. But basically, I went out first day during gray light to try to see if I could just get my bearings and see what the property was like. So I bombed off the hill right at gray light and immediately had an encounter with the spike within like 20 yards, I think. He ended up running off and then came back like 10 minutes later. I don't think he knew what I was. And gave me a shot opportunity like 25 yards. I completely whiffed the shot. I was so nervous. Even on a spike, like I was just so nervous. So I shot over his back and he gave me a second shot and completely whiffed that one as well. So third shot, he gives me that opportunity again, and I'm sitting there telling myself like, anchor, calm down, and I release the shot and it hits a stick like 6 yards in front of me and just shoots right up over his back and buries in a tree. And kind of there's a lighted knock on an arrow buried into a tree. I'm sure you saw it. And that was that. So within 45 minutes, I was down to like one or two arrows. I can't remember if I brought four or five. So I had to go back to the house and get my spare arrows and broadheads that I brought with me, and end up changing clothes because I was sweaty, and decided I was just gonna go scout. And so in my head, I usually always go to the bottoms or walk the ridge tops. This time I wanted to side hill. It's something I've been listening to on some podcasts. So I side hilled to where I thought the deer were going and following a trail. Ended up coming across a scrape right on a ridge point, followed that up and made it to, it was some sort of like a mowed path in the way. I don't know if they buried something in there or what, but like a buried cable or something, and ended up getting up on top of this path. And on this whole ridge side, or on this whole ridge top, there was just acorns covered everywhere. There was rubs and just massive scrapes. I found fresh buck droppings, a bed, and so I'd set up right on this the next morning, and you'll see that here in the video. But basically that's about where my day ended, at about like 1:30 or 2 o'clock. I didn't bring any water or enough water with me, no food, and I had a headache. So the rest of the day, I think I just went home and slept, and woke up later and just try to make a game plan for day two. So you'll see day two. It was successful, and it was a great hunt altogether. But that's enough talking for me, and we'll get back to the hunt. All right, here we are, October 12th. It's a little after 5 o'clock. We're going to be in the saddle today. Got the sticks in the saddle and the platform ready to go. Looks like there's some moisture on the ground, so hopefully it'll be a quiet walk in. Got about 500 yards to go to get to the spot that I picked out. I had all that buck sign, so planning on an all-day sit. We got food and water. Sunrise is about 7:15 here, so 6:45 shooting light. I'm trying to get there and set up by like 6 o'clock. So I'm just gonna make this quick and short, and we're just gonna go ahead and get after it. So hopefully we'll have a big buck down here in a couple hours. Well, that was pretty exciting. I just keep hitting branches, I guess. I know it wasn't a great shot opportunity, but I had to take it because they were getting ready to bust out. The lead doe, she came in and she was pretty skinny actually. I could see her ribs, but she came in and walked right downwind of me. She was 10 yards maybe, and I thought they were going to walk straight to me, but I ended up getting into this little opening, and she ended up walking right behind me. I think she may have smelled me or something, and then ended up turning back around. So there was another one that was 15, 20 yards away, and I was waiting for that one. I probably should have just stayed on her, but I got impatient and ended up having to take a rush shot. But at least I'm on deer, and I'm hoping there's going to be some others come through here shortly. I don't know if I want to get down or move my setup or what, but I don't think this is going to be the spot, honestly. Had this giant cedar tree behind me that I was using for back cover. Had it not been there, I would have had an easy chip shot on that doe, perfectly broadside. And I think this is going to hurt me more than it's going to help me, so I keep hearing some movement back behind me. Anyway, I'm going to let this play out and move my stand to a different spot. think we just did it in Maryland, baby. Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is. It's a buck. I think it's a small 8-point. I just got done climbing into this tree. I literally just pulled my bow up. I look over and I'm pretty sure it was a spike. And then I see another one coming. And I still haven't even got an arrow knocked at this point. So I see it walking. At this point I didn't know it was a buck at all. So I knock my arrow and I range a spot right in front of it at 35 yards. And I was just telling myself, after all these misses, I just told myself, anchor. At least just freaking anchor. Settle the pin. I think we got him. Oh, I saw blood coming out. I'm pretty sure we got him, baby. I'm pretty sure I heard him crash over there too. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. What the heck just happened? I was just over in this tree. I was just in that tree. I had no shot. I decided to get up in the tree that someone else had been sitting. There's their bow hanger. What just happened? I can't even believe this right now. I'm pretty sure I got it on this GoPro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What just happened? It's like 10 something. It's 9:58. I'm so glad I made the decision to get up here again. I almost packed it up and just started walking somewhere else. Holy crap. I'm gonna get down and get my arrow. I mean, I literally just pulled my bow up. I haven't even taken the quiver off. I never shoot with the quiver on. I mean, talk about not being prepared. I just ranged it, dropped my rangefinder down in here, pulled my release, got it clipped on. My backpack is still on, and it's not even buckled anymore. What an insane hunt, man. I'm gonna get down and check for blood and probably run this little doe off. Alright, well, I just found first blood. I was hoping to find my arrow, but I think it might still be in him. Flip this around. This is the first spot where I saw it. When he turned, it came out right here. Looks like we got a good hit. I'm thinking it's heart and liver, or not heart and liver, heart and lung. Yeah, he's just opening up out here. Yeah, I think that's heart. Oh, just found my arrow. That's why I couldn't see it. Took the knock. Make him eat, baby. Alright, well, that's good news. I can recover the arrow. Gonna have to get a new knock. Let's see if we can follow this blood trail. There he is. Yep, looks like we got some lung. That's a little Maryland 8-point, 7-point, missing a 9 guard on one side. We'll take it. Alright, so we have a pretty successful hunt today. Today was gonna be my last day. I planned on sitting out all day, and got in early. I was able to get my saddle up and had some does come by this morning about 9 o'clock, and they ended up kind of bumping out a little bit, and I tried shooting one. I hit a limb, and I was kind of discouraged, so I went down and got my arrow, and then ended up moving my saddle to the other stand location where someone had already put their stand, and literally just got back up in the stand, and I hear and see deer. Craziest hunt I think I've ever been on. I mean, these woods here are huge, big woods, nothing I'm used to, but I was able to find the deer sign and capitalize with kind of a lucky shot. So, fourth arrow I released here in Maryland, got a buck down, killed him quickly. I was able to gut him using a tiny little QAD knife. I keep them sharp even though they're small. It's made by SOG. I every day carry a SOG. And I needed to get this deer cleaned out as quick as possible, and that's all I had on me, and it did the job. I ended up cutting my finger, so I probably got some like nasty gut blood and stuff going on, but either way, successful trip to Maryland. First public land bow buck, first bow buck, nice bow buck anyway. I've shot a button buck with my bow, but this is probably my third deer with the bow. First deer with my Matthews, first deer out of the saddle. Nice little 7-point.